Good girl. Good morning, Print Fam. It's your boy Cam, and welcome back to the Print Life. Roll the intro. It's Monday, August 27th, and it's actually it's 9:58 a.m. All right, here's the deal. It's Monday, and we're closed on Monday. We normally don't work. This is my day to catch up on admin and stuff like that. But we had a rush job come in last Friday from a very good client, so of course we're gonna do it. I just completely lost track of what I was talking about. Hey, it's good, man. I'm on it. Anyway, Jesse is going to be in today so we can get the rush job done. Here's our graphic. Got that bad boy printed. Let's just head in there and double check that our shipment is on its way and that everything's going smoothly. Hi, Jeech. All right. So, I'm going to head on over to S&S. What the This is the order that was placed on Friday. But do you see a problem with the warehouse? KS. Or is that Kansas? Hey, whenever we place an order with S&S and it's coming from Kansas, how long does it take us to get it? Oh, 7 days? Is that a problem when the job's due today? Fuck yeah, it is. Why did that happen? I checked our stocks on the warehouse last Friday to make sure that they were all available at the California warehouse because we get that next day. They were good to go. So for some reason, the order was placed to come from Kansas. That makes no fucking sense. I gotta call them. Now, I don't know. I mean, I can call them, but it doesn't matter. I've been working with S&S for so long. I could call them, ask them what the problem is, but it's not gonna fix my current situation. Fuck, what am I gonna do? I think I gotta call the client and tell them that we're not gonna make it. This is bullshit. I do not like calling and telling somebody that we're not gonna be able to do something. What can I do? I'm gonna call them. I gotta call them. Gotta call them and tell them. Here we go. Voicemail. Hey Beth, this is Cam from Monument Limited. I have a big problem. So for whatever reason, not that it really matters, but for whatever reason, the garments were ordered from the wrong warehouse. The warehouse that takes like 7 days to get the stuff. So I don't. We're not gonna be able to get your garments. So like I know that you guys needed them today, but it's just not looking like it's gonna go down. Anyway, I'm sorry to leave this as a voice message. If you have any questions or whatever, just give me a call. But I'm trying to figure out what I can do, but at the moment it's just looking like we're not going to make it. Anyway, give me a call back on my cell phone if you have any questions. Thank you. Alright, well, I left the message. Fuck, man. S&S never screws up like this. I don't understand. It figures. It's what happens on a Monday. And it's not our fault. It's not the client's fault. This time, it's either two things. It's either the automated settings on my website, or it's S&S's fault. That's it. You know, maybe I do have an option. I mean, God, see, this is the crazy thing. So, before I tell you what we're going to do, here is a tip or a trick or just something to be aware of. So, I am in such a habit of only ordering from one warehouse. I'm in a crazy habit. And the reason I do that is for simplicity. Because running these shops, you know, they're already extremely complex. The more things you can simplify, the better. So I'm in the habit of only ordering from S&S. All of that stuff gets ordered automatically. I don't have to think about it. It shows up. It's good. But there is a circumstance that just popped up which never comes up before. So we're going to have to look into why that happens, obviously, and fix it so it doesn't happen again. But I'm sitting here worried to death, like, oh, great, now what the fuck am I going to do? And I completely stopped or I didn't even consider the fact that I have 2 local distributors here. That's how crazy of a habit I'm in. Like, I'm in such a, I don't want to call it a rut, but let's call it a rut. Just not necessarily a bad rut, but I'm on such autopilot that I wasn't thinking outside the box. Anyway, point is, if you start to get into habits, especially when a problem comes up, you need to take a second, walk away, and try to think of all your options. And I'm sure that most of you guys are still used to this because you still go pick up your garments. You probably even order from multiple different wholesalers or suppliers, but I don't. And that's what happens. I thought we were fucked, but we're not fucked. As long as Sanmar has what I need. There is one problem in that Sanmar doesn't carry American Apparel, so I'm going to have to find a comparable brand. I feel like maybe the Bella 3001. They're not anywhere, they're not even similar, especially when it comes to fit, but it's my best option. So let's see if they're in stock. Alright, perfect. They're in stock. So I need to call the client real quick. I'm just going to let her know that they are in stock, so not to worry. We can do it. So let's do that, and then we'll place the order. Voicemail again. Hey Beth, this is Cam. So, good news. I found a local supplier that has the garments you need, so I went ahead and ordered them. This is the only thing. They're not from American Apparel. This is going to be the Bella 3001. The only real difference is that they have a little bit of a wider, more generous cut, but other than that, they're still a premium garment. I've already went ahead and ordered them, so we will still have your garments for you by the end of the day today. So disregard the last message. Anyway, all right, we're going to get on it. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. All right. So let's get these things ordered. And so it looks like they have a 2-hour window from the time you place the order for pickup. The only thing that sucks is Sanmar is about 40 minutes west. I also just need to tell Jesse to not come in until 12. So let me fire off a text letting him know to wait a little bit. Oh shit. Go ahead and crack a soda, huh? Now we just have to actually get the job printed. It's not that bad and it's not that big. So we should be okay unless something crazy happens. It does tend to be a thing in a print shop. Crazy things do happen. Come here, bub. Come here, babish. Alright, how you doing? What time is it? Oh, 11:11. Alright, Gigi. Alright, I gotta go run some errands, okay? So you hang tight. You got food, you got water, you're good. Hang tight. Love you. Alright, I got about, I don't know, 20 minutes till I'll be ready for pickup. We'll close it down. Now we're westward bound. Here, can you grab the shirts out of the side there? Thanks for coming in today, by the way. I know it sucks for like a 2-hour job, but... All right, who is ready for our Monday Q&A? Let's get into it, huh? I'm gonna open up the Facebook group. Richard Hood asks, hey Print Fam, what's everybody's go-to shirt that's 100% poly? I have an electrician who's tired of wearing cotton shirts. He's a new customer, so I want to get it right. For me personally, my go-to is the Gildan Performance. It's like I can't even remember what it is. 42,000. And the main reason that I go for that is because a lot of them want an affordable option, and that Gildan it's pretty affordable. I'll usually start them there, and then if they want something better, I'll move up to Badger or Augusta or something like that. Is that for me?
Sitting in front of my door, I don't know. I didn't see the guy show up.
What's new over there?
Oh, what was that? Oh my God. What are we doing in?
What is it?
It is a 5-gallon pump. And This one has a follower plate, so it should pump that ink. All right. Later, brother.
Later.
Okay, so this next question is from Spencer Chernoff. Cam, hey brother, still on track for beta testing at the end of September. Seriously ready to pull the trigger on some management software. Trying to hold out, but need to know what all your program is going to offer and if I should wait. Also, is there a website platform that'll work best for integration? I'm using Wix as a placeholder right now, and I want to start building the real deal ASAP. So my platform, the initial plugin is going to be WordPress. We'll release more plugins if necessary. If you know, the date has been pushed to the end of October. I've had a bunch of back and forth with my developers. What ended up happening is there were some features in there that I needed them to be customizable from the back end, so that each printer could like specify specific parameters based on their shop. And then when they quoted it, they didn't understand that. So we had some back and forth, and I had to get it negotiated to where they understood it's going to take them longer to develop those features. So it's just a technical thing, but at least I didn't have to pay more to get it done. It's just that it pushed the time a little bit. I would say this, in my experience, any kind of contract job, any job where you're hiring contractors to build it, you usually add 3 to 6 months to whatever they fucking tell you. And so they told me September initially, you know, and so I'm hoping, I have high hopes for October. I do have very high hopes for October. But just so that all of you guys are aware that I'm not in control when I can't go in there and physically do the labor and get it done on time at a certain time. I'm kind of at their mercy in terms of when it actually gets complete. And again, man, I'm waiting on it too. I'm not putting anything else into my current website because I'm waiting for that shit to be done. So I'm holding out just like you guys are. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just as anxious. Because although I'm starting this little software thing, I'm not becoming a software company. I'm developing the perfect software for me that will help my shop grow. And it just so happens that because I'm developing it for myself, I'm allowing a few other printers to partake in the beauty that is the software I'm building. Think of it that way. So I hope that you guys will hold out, but if not, if you want to go another route, you know, go the other route. I don't blame you. I understand. Question from Gilbert Escobedo de Leon. Hello guys, I'm looking for a good distress effect. What do you guys use? Vector overlays? Alex M asks, how has that emulsion in the squeeze bottle been holding up? Has it dried out? Whatever. So he's talking about that bottle of emulsion that I use to fill pinholes, where I just tape it up so that it still works. Sometimes the tip will get a little clogged. You pop it out of there though, you open it back up, and you got good emulsion, man. This is more of a statement from Jesse Prudhomme. It says, he's talking in regards to the liquid tape idea. And he says, liquid tape cuts down on prep time, but it adds a ton of time for the washout process. I disagree. It does add a little bit of time. It's a little bit of a nightmare. You get a little bit wetter when you're washing out. That's about it. But the other benefit is that it's less wasteful. You're just putting tape on, tearing it off. Really, the only thing we use tape for now is taping off registration marks and the occasional pinhole. So our waste has gone way down. Like a ream of tape's going to last us probably a year. You know what I'm saying? Okay, this is something from the YouTube channel. It's Cheese Dog. Says, dude, can you paint film positives using paint and then burn it into emulsion like a normal film? Yeah, that's in my 4 ways to make film cheap. Yes, you can just get clear carrier sheets and use paint and then paint a design on there and use it like a blocker. So yeah, dude, it's completely doable. Alright, next question from Chris Macier. Looking for recommendations. Made the jump to screen printing. Bought a 4-color press. Where's the best place to get supplies? So I use Advanced Screen Printing Technology. I also use Multicraft. You can also try Caspit Productions. I know that they sell supplies as well. What's up, dude? Okay, this is from Alan Jr. AFA. And he's just in regards to a video he saw about side clamps versus rear clamps. What I have found is that they both get the job done. I have 2 reasons I prefer side clamps. The biggest reason for me is because once you've set your off contact and like your tilt and you've leveled everything, you very rarely have to touch it because it's using the size of the screens, you know, to clamp down on it. So those angles don't change. But I have seen that if you use static aluminum frames, there's always a little bit of variation in the angle of the bars, right? Because they've been welded by different people So you might have one. And what I find anyway with rear clamps is that oftentimes it might be shooting to the moon a little bit, or it might have a tilt down the screen. I mean, I find you have to do a lot more adjusting of your off contacts and your tilts when you're using side clamps, in my opinion. I'm sorry, when you're using rear clamps. Did I say side clamps? I'm out of it today. But that's why I prefer side clamps, but there are some benefits to rear clamps, such as you can, especially like when you're printing tags, you can slide the screen left to right. Also, actually that's really the only benefit I can find in my personal opinion. Overall, I prefer side clamps. But just to stay versatile, I also do like to have a rear clamp press hanging around just for those kind of instances where you got to slide the screen left to right or whatever. That's my opinion. Zach Hall is looking for a vendor that stocks tall shirts in the larger sizes, 4XL, 5XL, T, whatever, that doesn't require a tax ID. Any suggestions? Oh God, no recommendations. My recommendation is, hey man, if you're already doing this thing, just get your tax ID. Get a real wholesaler and start doing real work. Who is there though? Shirt. Anyway, that's enough. That's enough of the Q&A today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let's go see how Jesse's doing. Looks really good. That's 3 hits. That sucks, dude. Really infuriating aspects of a screen printing shop for me is having to actually scoop the goddamn ink. I started looking into solutions, especially when it comes to getting ink out of big, cumbersome 5-gallon buckets. I think I may have found a solution. I don't know yet. I did some research to the best of my ability. Now it's just going to come down to actually trying it. This is a 5-gallon pump. So this is made to pump substances out of buckets. A pump that is designed to push out thick, dense, almost not even liquids, like grease. This is basically for doing grease. That's the shorter way. I should have said it differently. This is for pumping grease. And I'm hoping that ultimately all it needs to have is what they call a carrier plate. If it has a carrier plate, it should be dense enough, or it should have the sucking or pushing power to pump plastisol ink. Any fucking way. That was a really long explanation. I'm gonna try it and see if it works. This here, like that. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe you actually, it makes no sense to me. Shove it into the bucket. The rest of it just goes on in. I don't know. I don't see how this works, but. Oh, there it is. Works. That's the kind of excitement I like to see around here. Yeah, buddy. No, once it's gone, once you get it pumping, it's good. All right, that was a nice little surprise. I honestly didn't expect it to actually be able to pump the shit, but as I start pumping, the ink just starts going. That's a nice feature to have around your shop. So I'm gonna order probably 20 of those things, and I'm gonna attach them to every goddamn bucket we got. Buy some hardware to extend that nozzle out and around so that you can pump from here and the nozzle's also coming from here. And I will put a link in the description of this video and every video moving forward. If you decide you want some of those, you can snatch them up on Amazon. Please buy them from my link because it pays me like a 2% commission or something. It's always helpful. You know, every little bit helps, especially in this crazy world that we're living in. That's it for today. Thank you so much for hanging with me, Print Fam. Oh, let me ask y'all a question. Let me know in the comments what kind of systems you're using in your shop to manage and organize inks. I'm constantly looking for new ideas, like you see with the drum pumps. And be sure to let me know, no matter how simple or how advanced it is. I can't wait to see it or hear about it. And just, if you don't have anything to say about your ink, just be sure to leave some kind of comment in this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. You know what you got to do. Take care of yourselves, Print Fam. That's it. Peace out.